This is the exact order you should be investing your money in, and if you get this order wrong, you can work just as hard as everyone else and still end up 10 years behind. That's the part nobody tells you. It's not how much you invest, it's the order you do it in. I've made every mistake in this order myself. I started out putting money into a random brokerage account with $0 in savings. Then I got smart and built an emergency fund but left free money on the table at work for 2 years. Now I've got over $250,000 invested in the right buckets in the right order, and it didn't happen by accident. It happened because I finally learned the sequence. And I want to be honest with you about what this number actually means, right? $250,000 invested isn't I'm retiring on a beach money. It's not I never think about money again money, but it's the number where compounding starts doing more work than you do. It's the number where a bad month at work doesn't wreck your 5-year plan. That's what getting the order right buys you, not luxury. Leverage, and here's the thing about time, okay? The earlier you get this order right, the more decades compounding has to work in your favor. $1 invested correctly at 25 is worth roughly 4 times $1 invested at 45, just from time alone, nothing else changing. So yeah, there's urgency here. But I don't care if you're 22 with $300 saved or 45 with nothing invested yet and a sinking feeling in your stomach. This works for you too. The order matters more than your starting point. So here's what we're doing today. 7 steps. This is the exact order. No fluff. No it depends. No financial advisor speak. Just the sequence. Before we get into it, drop a comment with where you're at right now in this order. Are you still building your emergency fund? Are you already maxing a Roth? Are you doing this completely backwards like I did for years? No right or wrong answer here. Just be honest, because half of you are further along than you think, and the other half are about to save yourselves years of wasted time. Alright, step 1. Get the free money first. Before anything else, before debt, before savings, before any of it, if your employer offers a 401k match, you contribute enough to get the full match and not $1 less. This is not investing advice, this is math. If your company matches 50 cents on the dollar up to 6% of your salary, that's an immediate 50% return the second it hits your account. You will never find that return anywhere else, guaranteed, ever. I skipped this for almost 2 years at my first real job because I didn't understand my benefits packet, and I calculated later that cost me somewhere around $4,000 in free money I just never claimed. Nobody mailed it to me. It was just gone. So step 1 today, go check your paycheck portal and confirm you're getting the full match. That's it. That's the step. Takes 10 minutes. Step 2, kill the debt that's actively bleeding you. Specifically, high interest debt, credit cards, personal loans, anything sitting north of 7 or 8% interest. Here's the blunt math. If your credit card is charging you 22%, no investment is reliably beating that. You are not going to out-invest a 22% guaranteed loss. So this step for some of you means pausing extra investing and going hard at that balance for a stretch. If you're carrying, say, $8,000 in credit card debt, that's not a someday problem. That's a 12 to 18 month sprint. Cut the subscriptions, pick up extra shifts, sell stuff you don't use, and throw every spare dollar at the highest interest rate first. This is temporary. This is not your life now. This is a season, 12 to 18 months, and then it's done forever, and you move on to the next step with way more breathing room. Now, and I want to be clear here, this is not about low interest debt like a 3% mortgage or a subsidized student loan. Those aren't emergencies. Don't let anyone shame you into rushing to pay off a 3% loan while ignoring investing for a decade. That's a different conversation entirely. Step 3. Build your emergency fund before you build your portfolio. 3 to 6 months of your actual bare bones expenses sitting in a high yield savings account, not invested, not touched, just sitting there. If your monthly nut is $3,000, you're targeting $9,000 to $18,000 in cash. I know that feels like it's fighting against the whole get money into the market instinct. But here's why the order matters. If you skip this and go straight to investing, the first time your car transmission dies or you lose a job, you're forced to sell investments at the worst possible time to cover an emergency. I did this once. sold stock during a dip to cover a surprise dental bill, and just eating that loss stung way more than the actual bill did. An emergency fund isn't lazy money sitting on the sidelines. It's the thing that protects everything you build after it. This is also where the soft pitch comes in, because I know for a lot of you the actual number, how much you need, how aggressive to be with debt versus savings versus investing at the same time depends on your specific income and expenses. And generic YouTube math doesn't always map onto your real life. So if you want actual eyes on your numbers, I do a limited number of one-on-one calls each month where we map out your specific order, how much goes where, in what sequence, based on your real income. It's linked below if that's useful to you. Completely optional, no pressure. Only apply if it actually makes sense for where you're at. Step 4. Take advantage of a health savings account if you qualify. This one gets skipped constantly because people don't realize what it actually is. If you have a high deductible health plan, an AGSA is the single most tax advantaged account that exists. Better than a 401k, better than a Roth. Money goes in tax-free, grows tax-free, and comes out tax-free for medical expenses. Nothing else does all three. For 2026, the contribution limit is a little over $4,000 for an individual, more for a family. Max it if you can, and here's the move almost nobody uses. Pay small medical expenses out of pocket now, keep the receipts, let the Shaw money invest and grow for 20 years. Then reimburse yourself later. It's basically a stealth retirement account wearing a health insurance costume. Step 5. Max out a Roth IRA. This is where real wealth building starts. A Roth IRA lets you invest after tax dollars, and every dollar of growth comes out completely tax-free in retirement. The limit is $7,000 a year for 2026, or $8,000 if you're 50 or older. I want you to actually sit with that number, $7,000 a year, invested consistently from your late 20s, growing at a conservative 7% average, turns into over $1 million tax-free by retirement. Tax-free, not taxed on the way out. That distinction alone is worth building your whole strategy around. And don't overthink the investment choices inside it. A simple low-cost total market index fund inside that Roth beats 90% of people trying to pick individual stocks. And that brings me to a dismissal I need to make right here, because this is exactly the point in the process where people get tempted to get cute. They'll take that Roth money, or worse, money that should be going into the Roth, and try to day trade options or chase some meme stock instead. Don't. The data on this isn't close. The vast majority of individual day traders lose money over any multi-year period, consistently across every study that's ever measured it. This isn't a moral judgment, it's just a losing game dressed up as a shortcut. Boring index funds inside the right account, in the right order, beat almost everyone trying to get clever. Step 6. Go back and max your 401k beyond the match. Once your Roth is maxed, circle back to your workplace 401k and push contributions up toward the full annual limit, which sits at $23,500 for 2026. Yes, that's a lot of money for most people to set aside in one account, and no, most people won't hit the full max every year, and that's fine. The goal is direction, not perfection. Increase your contribution percentage by 1 or 2% every time you get a raise, before your lifestyle has a chance to absorb it. That's the quiet trick. You never miss money you never saw hit your checking account. Step 7, and this is the hardest one, no question. Once all 6 of those buckets are filled in order, and only then you open a regular taxable brokerage account and invest whatever's left. This is the step people mess up 2 different ways. Some skip straight here first before the tax advantage accounts are full and give up free tax benefits they'll never get back. But the harder failure, the one that actually kills long-term wealth, is what happens once money starts flowing in through this account. This is where the lifestyle creep shows up. The nicer car, the bigger apartment, the daily takeout instead of cooking, all justified because I'm investing plenty already. I watched a friend do this after a solid raise, extra brokerage contributions basically evaporated into a new car payment and eating out 5 nights a week. And 3 years later his invested total had barely moved, despite making significantly more money than before. Compare that to keeping your spending flat while your income climbs. When my own income jumped a good amount a few years back, I kept my actual monthly spending almost exactly where it was the year before and shoved the difference straight into this account. That single decision is responsible for more of my net worth today than any stock pick I've ever made. This step isn't about willpower forever, it's about not lifestyle creeping the difference away the moment it shows up. So let's bring it back together. 7 steps. In order, get your full employer match, kill your high interest debt, build your 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Max your SAW if you qualify, max your Roth IRA, go back and push your 401k toward the max, and only then invest the rest in a taxable brokerage without letting your lifestyle quietly eat the gains. Zoom out for a second on why this order matters so much over a full career. Someone who follows this sequence starting in their late 20s, contributing consistently, isn't just saving money. They're stacking tax-free growth on top of tax-deferred growth on top of employer-free money, compounding for 30 plus years. That same monthly contribution, done in the wrong order, taxable account first, no match captured, debt dragging alongside it the whole time, can end up with a final number that's less than half as large for the exact same amount of money put in. The order isn't a minor optimization, it's close to the whole game. And before we close out, one more shortcut I need you to ignore. The idea that you need to get in on some hot new asset class or trendy investment app to actually build wealth fast. The people selling that story are almost always the ones getting rich off the people buying it, not the ones actually building wealth from it. Boring, ordered, unglamorous investing beats hype every single time it's been measured over a real time horizon. If you made it this far, I know this isn't the sexiest video on this platform. There's no Lambo, no beach house, no I made $10,000 overnight thumbnail energy to any of this. It's just the order. But the order is the whole thing. Do it in this sequence, be patient with it, and let time do what time does. I want to see you win. We'll see you in the next one.